Good evening, sir. Thanks very much for your time. It was interesting for me at the weekend, whenever we said, Agang is launching its manifesto, and people are like, do they still exist? Does that surprise you?
Yeah, first of all, good evening, Vuyo, and good evening to the listeners. Can I please take this opportunity and convey our sincere condolences to the Honorable Prince Buthelezi. We grieve with him and the Buthelezi family. Look, I don't know really the people who are surprised with us launching the manifesto, because we are in Parliament, we do contribute in Parliament, we are part of national discussions in Parliament, and then we also go to our constituency. I don't know, maybe they are just, ignorant, I might say.
But we don't have a constituency-based system. So what do you mean when you say you go back to your constituency?
We have constituencies, which means people we represent in Parliament. So even if we don't have a constituency-based constitution, but we still have constituencies, people we represent. We do go, then we engage communities. So we are there. We are actually more stronger than 2014 or 2016.
What do you base that on?
No, look, we have got our own surveys, and then we see how people respond. Young people, old people, all round, people are really believing that Agang SA is their future, is their hope, actually the last hope.
Well, I mean, in the last Ipsos survey,
yes,
people who didn't disclose or said they would vote for other parties.
Yeah.
That number was at around 1%.
Yeah. Look, I think
3% overall.
Yeah, it has been tested that Ipsos, we should not. They do guide us, they give us some light, but that is not the absolute truth.
But the numbers have never been radically different.
Yeah.
From.
Yeah, all I can say to you, Vuyo, is that wait for the 8th of May and let's have these discussions. You will see the different. Maybe we can even, beat some of the parties that you saw at that episode.
So where do you put your support?
Look, we are...
Just remember,
yeah.
Masuwa Likwata had to eat a hat with tomato sauce because of predictions that went awfully wrong. So yeah. I'll hold you what you're going to say now.
Vuyo, we have learned from our mistakes. And then in 2016, we did not do well. We sat down and see what was the problem. And we realized that as a political party, if we don't go to the people and then open branches in every ward and then have areas that we focus, and looking at the budget, the small budget that we have, there's nothing that we can achieve. So we are going to these elections better prepared, ready, after gaining some experience from the elections of 2014 and 2016. So we can say with confidence that here we are not, accompanying other parties to elections. No, we are there contesting, competing. With the little resources that we had, we are very much confident.
But isn't it true, though, that the 52,000 votes that you got, all those votes were really for Dr. Mampela Rampele?
It is.
People were disappointed with her and everything that followed, and the likelihood of you getting even those votes is slim, according to what pundits are saying.
On Saturday we had over 3,000 people, and those people, some of them, they don't actually know Dr. Mampela Rampele. They know her as a person, but they don't really know her ideas. So those people came to the party, they joined the party after she left. So it's very difficult to reconcile the two, that they are there because of Dr. Mampela Rampele. Because if that was the case, no one should ever came to our manifesto, because they should have said, why do we go to the manifesto while Dr. Mampela Rampele is not there? So it's an evidence that people still believe in this party, even if she has resigned in 2014.
What does your party have to offer? If a South African potential voter was to ask you today, what are you offering me that's different from what everybody else is offering?
Look, we are going to arrest criminals. You see, the bottom line in this country, or in every state in South Africa after independence, what kills that country is corruption. The rest, we can talk about them. We can talk about helping the people, uplifting the people. But if we have leaders who steal, leaders who are heartless, who can actually give their families and forget what they are supposed to do to the nation, you can dream as much as you want. So we are going to arrest people who are stealing the resources, the scarce resources that we have. So that is point number one. If we can deal with corruption, we will have enough resources. Our people will go with us through the hardness that we face as we go on. But we must first have leadership that inspires, the leadership that is honest, the leadership that is willing to help our people. That is one thing that we think, if we can deal with corruption, if we can actually make an example and make sure that after the 8th of May, if we have coalition government with Agang, of course, we arrest Jacob Zuma as an example. I can tell you that will lift the confidence of everyone in this country. But as long as going around with bodyguards, which we are paying, there's nothing that these people can believe that we are serious. We arrest him, and we arrest all of these people. We put Ms. Nomvula Mkonyan in jail. You will see opportunity will arise. People will start to fear to steal. Right now, everybody steals from the council level, from the provincial level, and we must also stop this tendering. We must make sure that we go to local communities and say to young people, create cooperatives. It is better to create cooperatives of young people so that they can actually share the sly of building roads and bridges than having one same people winning tenders all the way. So if we can have that mindset and be driven by a philosophy of helping people, we'll go very far.
Well, corruption may be killing this country, but what killed a lot of people on Saturday was you saying people must vote for the ANC instead of saying they must vote for your party.
You know, I must say this, the ANC is trying to hijack my vote. Thanks to the IEC of South Africa, they are very independent. They are trying hard. I've never said I'm going to vote the ANC. I will never say that. The ANC is a breathing dead body. How can I vote for a breathing dead body?
Just don't say it.
They?
Just don't say it.
No, what I'm trying to say is that I will never vote for the ANC. And even if I have said that, Vuyo, it might have been a slippery of the tongue. But I will never vote for the ANC. I can't vote for a dead body.
That's where we're going to leave you. Thanks very much for coming through. Agang SA leader Andries Tloyama.